Hey guys, my name is Matimi0 and today I'm here to bring you some more news for Battlefield 3 from E3. There has been a lot of interesting stuff going on right now, and I wanted to make this video to kind of share some of my thoughts on the new information and hopefully provide some new and fun information for you guys as well. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was suppression fire, and apparently they're going to make a class called the support class, which carries around an LMG, and they have the option to actually use bipod attachments. So it's like a tripod but two, and you put it on the front of your weapon, and it just increases your accuracy dramatically. And if you are laying down suppression fire on the enemy, it's going to actually dim the enemy's screen and also make their camera kind of shake a little bit as well. So it's going to make it much easier for your allies to move around the map and get to a different location if you have suppression fire down. And I think this is a great addition to the game because as of right now in Bad Company 2, you can lay down suppression fire, but it doesn't really do a whole lot to, to completely lock down an enemy, and I think this is going to really add another aspect to the game that's going to really enhance gameplay and really allow players to actually take on a support role that's really going to be beneficial to their team. So I think this is a great addition, and I'm really interested to see how they implement it. I'm sure they're going to have to balance it to where the shaking and the dimness doesn't get too crazy, because if every single fight your camera's just going crazy, that would be a little obnoxious, but I'm sure they're going to really put in the effort to balance it and make it really solid for the multiplayer. So I think this is really great news, and I'm really looking forward to see some more gameplay from this. Now, another thing that I really like is that they're giving you the option to actually opt out of revive. So if your teammate comes up and tries to revive you and there's gunfire everywhere, you have the option to be like, nope, you know what, I'm just going to spawn in an ally or back in my base, and I'm not going to really bother with you just getting all these points and me dying constantly. Because I know a lot of people were very frustrated with Rambo revivers in Bad Company 2, and I'm really glad to see that they're taking steps to eliminate this frustrating moment that a lot of people experience with the game. So I think this is a very, very nice addition to Battlefield 3, and I think it's just going to really eliminate a lot of frustration from the game. Another thing that I thought was very cool is that they are kind of balancing prone, because I know a lot of people were very concerned that prone would be a little overpowered for snipers and anyone that was going into prone from a very far distance off. And if there was bushes and going into prone, it would just be very difficult to actually spot them. But what they're doing to counterbalance this, because that is a huge advantage, is that if someone actually looks in your direction, they're going to see a flash from the lens of your gun. So they're going to be able to spot you, hopefully, and then actually take you out. So it's going to make it a little bit easier for the enemy to actually see you, which I think is a pretty good thing, because you do have a pretty large advantage when you are in prone, because you are such a small target. Another disadvantage of going into prone is that it has a kind of a longer animation time. So if you are trying to go into prone and someone's up close, you're probably going to be at a disadvantage, because you are going through the animation, and it's not going to be like in Call of Duty where you instantly go into prone and you're able to shoot. So hopefully this will eliminate a lot of people that are just trying to avoid getting shot at. Well, which is fine if they're trying to avoid getting shot at by going behind cover or something like that, but avoid the dolphin diving that you see in a lot of the Call of Duty series and a lot of other games where there's a lot of people just jumping all over the place, and it just doesn't seem like a very fun mechanic to be in. So it's good to see that they're trying to balance prone, and I'm glad they're putting prone in the game, because I think it's a good aspect of the Battlefield series, especially Battlefield 2, but I'm just glad to see that they're trying to do their best to balance the game and make it so that if you are going into prone, you're going to have advantages, but you're also going to be at a disadvantage in some situations. So I think that's great. But this about wraps up the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it and maybe learned a couple of things. If you guys could do me a huge favor and give this video a rating, I would really appreciate that. But also, if you would like to learn more about E3 and Battlefield 3, I definitely plan on providing as much information as I can in the near future when more information is released about Battlefield 3. So if that's something that you're very interested in, I recommend you check out my channel and subscribe. But until next time, everyone, have a good one and take it easy.